We are good to go. What is good, people? It's your boy Jones the Great, aka Auntie's favorite, back at it again with yet another podcast. We've been really consistent with the podcast. I can't wait for you guys to see. I'm gonna have guests on here. You know what I'm saying? Gotta upgrade the studio a little bit though, but definitely gonna have guests on here. I can't wait to hear other people's opinions on different things. That's going to be really dope. Anyway, let's get right to it. So I wanted to kind of touch bases and go over what I was going over last week. I don't want to keep getting into it deeper, but I feel like part of me said that only because I didn't want to keep preaching the same message. But on top of that, I feel like with the state of African Americans, police brutality, and all of that, I feel like this is definitely the time to keep talking about that. And to get into it, a good friend of mine, I was talking to him the other day, and he told me that I love how empowering it's becoming right now, and I love how Black people are definitely making strides as we were back during civil rights. But he said he prays and hopes that the momentum stays. And with that being said, I really understood that because I feel like right now Corona's happening, people out rioting, is getting crazy. So we have that time. And there's really no time to do anything else but strike and riot and all that. But to get further in the conversation, it went along the lines of, yeah, Corona's got us out here just, rioting and looting and going through all that. But if Corona was not here, we would be doing the same things. And I definitely feel like we would be still protesting and using our voices to talk about it. But it is almost like it hits that point for the Black community where like we don't purposely do it, and it's not even like a knock. It's like we fight, we fight. We get this one win, and then we kind of just like shut down. I feel like definitely it's important to keep that momentum going, and at least having not to just be. I feel like the funny thing about that is that as Black people, we're fighting every single day. So there really is no momentum, or there really is no stopping, because even if this strike ends and even if we stop talking about George Floyd and Ahmaud every single day, there's still that fight and tension that is still there every time we see a cop, or every time another Black man dies, or every time something racially happens. No, it may calm down. It may calm down after Corona ends and after the strike stop and we get some new laws. It may calm down, but I feel like as a Black human being, it's our job to keep fighting and putting ourselves in better positions every single day. So like I feel like that momentum, I agree with him because I feel like that momentum is important, but we should be using that momentum towards different things. I'm 100% with protesting and I'm 100% with everything else, but I also feel like along those lines, we have to continue to keep striving for excellence in different categories. Like we protest, yes, keep using our voices on social media, yes. The Blackout Tuesday was dope. But on top of that, we should also be using our platforms, using our voices. Like if you're a musician, no, don't you don't exactly have to make songs about the protest, but on top of that, I feel like we should be if you have a voice, use it on social media, be like, yo, never forget about this guy, never forget. Oh, by the way, here's another situation that happened. This Black guy was dealt wrongfully by the police, or this woman, another woman was shot in her apartment right away. And I feel like we have to keep exposing racism. We have to keep exposing things that are not right in our system, and that is where going back, that's where the momentum should come in. We shouldn't stop protesting and rioting, but keep striving for excellence. If you're in college, I feel like, if you're in college and you're a Black human being, and you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a police officer, you want to be a nurse, you want to be a doctor, you want to change that game, then go for that. If you want to be the next Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, go for that. If you want to be the next Timbaland, go for it. I feel like the thing that African Americans or Black people should always strive for is excellence. And I put quotes around Black people because, that's what they do. But anyway, we should definitely keep striving for excellence. And on top of striving for excellence, we should definitely tone down on the things that are not important. Like, yeah, it's fun to turn up every single weekend. I agree, we all got to turn up and party. Ooh, ooh. But on the opposite side of that, with that turning up every single weekend, we're also not focused on the things we need to be focused on. And I don't mean turning up every weekend. Like, yo, everybody deserves a break. I'm saying that, like, you out here getting buck wild, you out here going crazy every single weekend, but at the same time, you're striving for excellence. I feel like sometimes you got to cut out the things that are not important. And another thing we have to stop also doing when we're striving to be the greatest version of is us, is we have to stop listening to people that mean us no good and stop hanging out with people that mean us no good. And a lot of times that is really, really hard to do, especially when you grow up around a super, super tight knit family. But even if your family means you no good, you gotta cut them all, bruh. Like, hey, it's okay. It's been your homie since the second grade, but he's going somewhere you aren't going. Cut him off. Same thing with girls, man. Cut her off, bro. She ain't no good. She ratchet anyway. She's like a blue sister from Proud Family. You don't need her. Nah. But on top of striving for excellence, I feel like we should also strive to be better with ourselves too. We all have growth. Every single human being on this earth has and strives to be a better person, or at least should strive to be a better person. But I'm talking to my black people right now. That's for y'all. So listen, as a black man or black woman, I feel like don't try to say you want to be great. I feel like it has to be eternally. Go to your Bible, you know what I'm saying? Go to your Bible. The Exodus is really good. That Proverb really good. That Psalm's really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm big on Proverbs because Proverbs teaches you wisdom. I love learning about how Proverbs is actually really simple too. Like, if you look at Proverbs, the reading, even in the King James version, the reading is really, really simple, and you can follow those laws it's all about wisdom, bro. And I feel like that's another thing. When you're striving for excellence, on the other side of excellence, you also have to strive for wisdom. And I say that to say that, again, everybody has growing to do, bro. We all got growth. That's one thing we should definitely strive for. Is for growing as a people, because I feel like sometimes the African American community, we get so stagnant, and I've seen it a million times. Like, we reach like a pinnacle where like we become like the top rapper, or we finally get that Rolls Royce, or we finally get that car we wanted, and then we kind of just, it's like, bro, like, that's it. It's like, yeah, bro, I'm cool, bro. I got everything I need. Good. I got this one bedroom apartment. Good. You feel me? Good. And it's like, dang, cuz that's all you wanted. Like, I would hope that you'd want to strive for more, because at one point too, I had this crazy thing about me where, not a crazy thing, but from talking to people and just having my own goals, I kind of had these 5 goals, and that was it. And then after a while, I was like, dang, I feel like as I get closer to those goals, it's like, dang, it's like after I accomplish these, what's next? And I feel like in the black community, we're taught, don't listen to the oppressor, which I completely agree with. Don't listen to the oppressor. White people will tell you one thing but do something else. Go to college, get your education, become better, and save for future generations. But how do we get there? Like, I feel like that would be something amazing, bro. Like, I feel like sometimes, like back when I was in elementary school and high school, when we'd have like lawyers and bankers, and like we'd have lawyers, bankers, and it'd be lawyers, bankers, doctors, who else would be in there? Accountants, just like people that would come from like banks and hospitals and explain to kids that, like, yeah, you can do this too, blah, blah, blah. But the thing that always bothered me about the school system, especially going to a white school system, is that a lot of these people will come in, but they're white. And I'm a black kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm black. Like, it's like, yeah, like I'm 8, 9 years old, and I'm in the classroom, and I'm just like me, maybe 2 other black kids, everybody else is white. And there's like maybe 18 of us in the class, between both classes, like 36 maybe. And we'd all sit in this one classroom, and it'd be like a white doctor or a white accountant talking to us, and then he would tell us, yeah, you guys, I did this too. You know, I went to school, I went to Berkeley, I went to Cambridge, and I did it, and you can too. And I'd be sitting there like, subconsciously, I'd be sitting there and thinking at 8, 9 years old, I'd be like, bro, how am I going to accomplish what you did if you're white? So I'm not even relating to this dude. I'm already like dozed off. I'm like thinking, my head's in the clouds. Like, I'm drawing on my little notepad. I'm drawing everything else out. Like, and at the time, I remember, I was 8. At the time, Iverson was killing it in basketball. My mom knows I was obsessed with Iverson. That's my dude, my favorite basketball player of all time. So I'm just doodling Iverson. I'm like, no, I want to be a basketball player. That's me at 8 years old. I was like, I want to be a basketball player. I want to be Michael Jackson. That's it. I'm going to dance, or I'm going to play basketball, or I'm going to be a singer. I couldn't sing at the time. I didn't know how. But anyway, I say that to say that subconsciously, this dude was preaching about you can be a doctor too, but I'm just looking at a white dude, and I'm like, how am I gonna accomplish what this tall white man accomplished? I'm not white. So I feel like one fault of the school systems is that if you are predominantly in a white community and you have these people coming in and telling you that you can do this too, and then they're showing you how to do it, it's like, that's cool. But as a black kid, I may not relate to your homeboy. Like, yeah, I can do the same things you can do, but at 8 years old, nobody's telling me that it's not gonna be the same road as yours was. You know what I mean? So you fast forward like 16, 17, then you're in high school, then you got like these financial advisors coming in and they're telling you the same thing, like 16, 17-year-old you. And by that time, you're far gone. You're either pro-black or your Uncle Tom. There's no in between. So 16, 17 years old, you got like the same thing. You got the doctors, lawyers, accountants coming in. It's like, yeah, you guys are about to go to college and you should be looking at different career paths. I think that some of you, we took like these aptitude tests to show us what we'd be. Mine was like just straight up like artist. Mine was just straight up, you'll be an artist or like an electrician or something like that. I already knew, like, hey. So anyway, so we take this aptitude test and they put us in we're in like these different, it's like a fair, it's like a job fair, like a fake job fair for us, like to show our futures. So you got a doctor, a lawyer, everybody coming in. And again, it's like, dang, bro, everybody here is white. Like, y'all got all these white people at the job fair. And I'm not knocking them because they didn't tell us anything negative. But it's like, hello, there's black people here. Why would you have only like a whole group of just only white people telling black kids where their future can be? It's like, bro, yes, I understand it, but you took a completely different path to get there. It's not going to be the same path for college for me. I'm black. So it's like, we didn't learn about EOF programs in college. We didn't learn about that when I was in high school. We didn't learn, I'm telling you, there wasn't really not that many black people in the school anyway, but we didn't learn about EOF. We didn't learn about black scholarships, nothing. So I feel like that's why a lot of black people are swayed away from college, because it's like, dang, bro, they don't put enough. Not only are there not enough black teachers and everybody else in the school system, there's not enough black influence in general. It's like, even during Black History Month, you're like, dang, like, y'all don't got nothing up on the wall. From first to sixth grade, I promise you, all I learned about was Ruby Ridges, Martin Luther King, and slavery. That was it. From first to sixth grade, that was it. So it's like, I feel like so many African Americans and black people, we have so much potential in general. It's just that not only do we not get the opportunities, but it's just like a super systematic racism. But that's a different story. I'm going to continue this in my next podcast. This is going to be a to be continued because I got a lot to say. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. It's been your boy Jones the Great, aka Auntie's favorite. I will see you guys later.